Sounds pretty good, but I wasn't even getting anywhere close to the 8,000 RPM redline. Hi, this is Joe from Scarff Ford, and today we're going to talk about this amazing 2020 Mustang GT350 and that amazing flat plane engine. Ford loves to give us special edition Mustangs. We have the GT350, the GT500, the Dark Horse, the California Special, the Bullet, just to name a few. They offer a new model. They offer a special edition like this for a few years, and then they discontinue it and they offer something else that's a little bit different. We have the amazing GTD Mustang coming, which is a super exotic territory of over $300,000 MSRP. The GT350 offers exotic car sounds because of the firing order of the cylinders. The regular old 5-liter Coyote V8, it has a firing order. It goes, I think, left, right, left, right, left, right, then right, left, right, left. That gives you that kind of muscle car burble. Doesn't allow for higher revving because they call it exhaust scavenging. So having those unequal exhaust pulses or engine pulses in the exhaust system doesn't allow the engine to rev as higher. The flat plane V8 is different. The firing order is right, left, right, left, right, left. So it's more even. So that gives it that almost Ferrari-like exhaust note, revving to an over an 8,000 RPM redline. The more equal cylinder firing pulses, exhaust pulses, allows for more freer revving of the engine, so that achieves that 8,000 RPM redline. So you have more high-end output, more track-focused torque with this flat plane V8 engine. Unfortunately, 2020 was the last year of the GT350. It was replaced by the GT500, which also had a 5.2-liter V8, but that did not have the flat plane design. It did have a supercharger giving it over 700 horsepower. And now the GT500 has been discontinued, and right now we have the Dark Horse, which is pretty cool, but no, not anywhere as cool as exotic as the GT350. This was something special, and this particular one is in collector's edition with 7,000 miles, one owner clean CARFAX, spent most of its life in California. This thing is pretty much bring a trailer ready. I mean, it hardly has a mark on it. So if you always wanted a beautiful Mustang, a GT350, something that's collectible, this is definitely a great candidate. Obviously, there's no guarantees, but 20, 30 years from now, I could see this easily becoming a very desirable classic Mustang. Look at some of the special edition Mustangs that we see now from 20, 30 years ago. What are the prices they're doing? What is a 93 Mustang Cobra going for? Very rare. Wasn't particularly setting the world on fire back in the 90s, but now it's a different story. The GT350 was built for track. Obviously, it's fantastic on road manners as well. This one has gigantic Brembo calipers, huge rotors. We have the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, which are absolutely dream on the track. Amazing grip. The automotive press absolutely raves about these tires. They're pretty much game-changing. Beautiful color combination, nice interior. This has these very comfortable supportive Recaro seats. You have this lovely leather and Alcantara wrapped steering wheel. Feels wonderful in your hands. You can see right there, 7,603 miles. This thing is in near pristine condition, pretty close to pristine condition. I mean, I think this is pretty much as nice as you're gonna get for a 5-year-old Mustang with 7,000 miles on it. You're gonna have a hard time finding one mark on it. It's that nice. And the thing I love about the GT350, unlike the GT500 and the new GTD, is you can get it with a manual gearbox. I would trade the 700 plus horsepower from the GT500 just to shift my own gears. You know, when you're driving on public roads, you know, you can only go so fast. So going down a nice curvy road, hearing that lovely flat plane engine rev, going through the gears near a red line with 526 horsepower, this thing is plenty fast. It's actually pretty scary. I drive a lot of cars. I've been in the car business 30 years, and this is one of the few cars that scared me a little bit. I was power shifting on the highway one time, not in this one, but in another one I drove. I was going about 60 miles an hour, I did a power shift, and it wanted to go sideways on me. Luckily, I was able to save it. The traction control system was on, but this thing just makes so much power. You know, these electronic nannies can't overcome stupidity or the laws of physics, and I was probably being a little bit stupid back then, but I was surprised because most cars, you know, are pretty docile with the electronic nannies on. This one, you know, you have to respect and be careful with because it can turn around and bite you, just like that snake. We have a copy of the original build sheet on this one. This has a technology package. You have the B&O audio system, blind spot warning with rear cross traffic alert, voice activated navigation. This has the handling package, and luckily someone already paid the gas guzzler tax for you, $1,300. You're not gonna have to pay that in the used market. Yeah, this vehicle was not designed for fuel efficiency. This thing was designed to go fast around a racetrack and be amazing, which it is. This has a nice WeatherTech floor mats, cargo area protector, subwoofer for the audio system, decently sized trunk. This thing is actually not a bad daily driver. It's actually really docile, under 4,000 RPM. Obviously the engine change, obviously the car changes character when you start giving it higher in the rev range. It makes like screaming, screeching, banshee, Ferrari V8-like sounds, very exotic sounding, unlike a Mustang. Screeching banshee sounds in a good way, not a bad way, through that amazing quad tip exhaust system. I love the way this thing looks in white, love the black contrasting colors. This thing is absolutely beautiful, and I think it's definitely gonna be a future classic, just like the GT350s and the GT500s that we've seen in the past. And I think a lot of automotive enthusiasts are gonna be drawn to that manual transmission. You know, too many automatics are around these days. Who cares about going a 1/10 of a second faster on the racetrack or a half second faster on the racetrack with your dual clutch automatic transmission? Now they have 10 gears and they're amazing, but they don't have that engagement, that mechanical connection, that synergy that the driver has with a vehicle like a manual gearbox. So a lot of true car enthusiasts, they're always gonna love manual gearboxes, and that GT350 engine is an automotive masterpiece. Ford really created something amazing with that engine, made in very small quantities, limited production, and that just makes something like this that much more desirable in my opinion, especially in the future as more and more of these things disappear. Well, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. We are Scarff Ford. We've been in business 103 years, proudly serving the greater Seattle-Tacoma area. Located in Auburn, Washington, we sell new Fords, new Isuzus, and a very wide variety of pre-owned vehicles, especially Mustangs. We love Mustangs. We always have a great selection of new and pre-owned Mustangs. GT500, we actually just sold a GT500 this month. Dark Horses, Mach 1s, California Specials. We are the unofficial Mustang capital of the Pacific Northwest. I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounds good. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.